Good morning, my friends. Today we are doing grammar lesson 9.1 on coordinating conjunctions. Let's get started. So, first of all, what is a conjunction? A conjunction is a word that's going to be used to connect words, phrases, or clauses in a sentence. And there are four types of them. There's coordinating, correlative, conjunctive, and subordinate. Today, we're just going to talk about coordinating conjunctions. All right. So, coordinating conjunctions, these are the most familiar to you. You use them all the time. They are used to join a word, words, or groups of words that are similar. They have something in common. So, the coordinating conjunctions are for, and, nor, but, or, yet, or so. An acronym for those to help you remember those is FANBOYS. You should remember a lesson that we did on FANBOYS earlier in the school year. If you do not, if you look that up online, it's easy to put that back into your mind. So these coordinating conjunctions are going to be used to connect the words, phrases, or clauses that are parallel in construction. Now, that is fancy words for meaning they are the same. Either they are both words or both phrases or both clauses. So you're not going to connect a word to a clause. You're not going to connect a phrase to a clause. You're going to have similar construction in the part of speech or the part of the sentence. Okay. And something to keep in mind, I want you to put this in the front of your mind. A comma is going to be used in front of one of these coordinating conjunctions if it's joining two independent clauses. And we just talked about clauses for many, many days. So you should already have in your mind and you should know automatically what independent clauses are. So if you are connecting two independent clauses with one of these coordinating conjunctions, there needs to be a comma in front of it. All right, let's look at some examples. So in this first example, we have the conjunction or. Adventurers sought gold or glory. And what it is doing is it is connecting gold or glory. Now notice the parallel construction there. It's two words that's being connected. It's just singular words there. Okay? So that's what it means by parallel construction. It's going to be the same thing. Second example, they searched in northern South America and along the Amazon River. In this case, we have two prepositional phrases that are being connected with the conjunction and. So again, you've got parallel construction. They are both prepositional phrases being connected. The third example, they wanted to find the city and to gain its wealth. In this case, you've got two infinitive phrases, to find the city and to gain its wealth. Both of those are infinitive phrases connected with the conjunction and. Now, the last one, we've got two independent clauses. So if you notice, we've got a comma in front of yet. So we have no one found that city, yet the search continued. So we've got two independent clauses. Remember, independent clauses have a subject, have a predicate, and can stand alone as their own sentence. So no one found that city could be its own sentence, and the search continued could be the sentence. But when we combine them with the conjunction yet, we have to put a comma in there. All right. Now let's go over the different meanings for each of these conjunctions to make sure that you use them properly. When you use the word for, it's going to mean because or since. It's going to give an explanation, okay? It's going to give the purpose. And is going to mean in addition to. You're going to use this to connect things that have that similar construction, all right? Nor means and not. It's going to be used as the second or the last of negative possibilities. That means usually you're going to have neither and then nor somewhere in that sentence. But means however, so this is going to show some sort of disagreement or some contrast between some ideas. It can also mean except. It just depends on how it's used. So if it's going to mean except, it's going to follow everyone, nothing, no one, a word like that. Or means either. So you're connecting two different possibilities. Yet means but. So you're introducing a contrasting idea to what was given first. And then so means therefore or for that reason. So it's a result or a consequence or something. So make sure you use the appropriate conjunction for what you're trying to say when you are writing. Now let's do a little bit of practice. So in your assignment today, what they're going to give you is a sentence. You have to find the conjunction, and then you have to figure out what the conjunction is connecting. Is it words? Is it phrases? Or is it clauses? So I'm going to try and give you some clues as to how to figure that out. So in the first sentence, the North and the South fought in the Civil War. Well, the first thing we have to do is find the coordinating conjunction. That should be easy. And. So what is this and connecting? Well, when I look at that sentence, I want to look right in front of that and right behind that. I've got the North in front and the South after. So if I want parallel construction and I've got the North and I've got the South, that's it. Okay. We don't need big clauses, big phrases, anything. In this case, it's just words being connected. The subject of the sentence is a compound subject. So we've got the North and the South. So when I write this answer on my paper, I would write and, because that's the coordinating conjunction, and then I would write the North, comma, the South, because those are the two parts of this sentence that are being combined. Now the second one, they fought on land and on the sea. So first, find the coordinating conjunction. I find and. Now, what is being combined? If I look at this and I go right in front, I have land, right? So they fought on land. Well, automatically I see that I've got a preposition there. So I know that I've got on land being connected. So what's the parallel to on land? It's going to be on the sea. If I've got a prepositional phrase in front of the and, I should have a prepositional phrase after the and. When you read the sentence over, it should automatically come in your mind what two items are being combined there. Let's look at the third one. Now, this is a little bit longer. It might be a little bit harder to figure out what two words or phrases or clauses are being combined. So let's take our time on this. The soldiers either fought to save the Union or to settle the question of slavery. So the first thing I need to do is find that conjunction. And it is or. So now I have to figure out how far in front do I go and how far behind do I go. Well, I've got the soldiers either fought to save the Union or to settle the question of slavery. A lot of times it's easier to figure out what comes after and then find the parallel to what comes before. So in this case, after or is to settle the question of slavery. Now, could I just say to settle? Well, then what would be the parallel of that? That would be to save. But that's not right in front of the or. I have to save the Union right in front of the or. So in order to make that parallel, it should be to save the Union is parallel to settle the question of slavery. So do you see how you have to make sure that you've got matching either phrases or clauses or words when you're looking for what's being connected? In this case, we've got infinitive phrases again. All right, the fourth one. The North had to act to preserve the Union, or it could have let the South secede. So what do I do first? Find the conjunction. There it is, or. Now, hopefully you noticed something. There is a big clue there. What do we have right in front of or? We've got a comma. What should that tell you? What does a comma mean if it is in front of one of the fanboys? that means we are combining two independent clauses, or that comma wouldn't be there. So if I know that I've got two independent clauses, I automatically know what's being combined. So in this case, the North had to act to preserve the Union is the first part, and it is being combined with the second part, which is its own independent clause. It could have led to this, it could have let the South secede. So that's fairly easy there. That comma is a big clue for you as to if it's going to be a clause or something different. Let's look at the next one, and hopefully this comes pretty automatic to you. So I look at this over. The South had few factories, but it hoped to get help from Europe. What do I see? I see that conjunction but. Oh, what do I see right in front of the but? I see a comma, which should automatically go, hey, that means these are independent clauses. All I need to worry about now is writing it down correctly. So the South had few factories is the first independent clause. It hoped to get help from Europe is the second independent clause. So I am done. So when you are doing your practice today, take your time, find the conjunction first, look what's going in front of the conjunction, look what's happening after the conjunction, and find that parallel amount or the parallel word or the parallel phrase, but make sure that they match up. If you've got a phrase on one side, you should have a phrase on the other. If you've got a clause on one side, you should have a clause on the other. If you just have words like subjects or verbs, make sure that you're matching them up. All right, I hope this helps. If you have any trouble while you were working on it, please send me a message or an email, and I am more than happy to help you. Have a great day.